Andrea Gomoll. I'm a mixed media artist from Berlin, Germany, and I have a quick tip to share with you about watercolors or creating your own watercolor palette or set or travel palette. I already shared a video about creating a tiny travel palette out of a empty pill container a while ago. I might link that in the info box below the video. And now I have another tip for you. I'm sure most of you have some cheap, old or new, however cheap, watercolor sets that they don't use because the quality just sucks. to put it down to the core. And if you work with watercolors from the tiny tubes and you add them to empty like pens or half pens, and add them or purchase empty boxes, containers, you know that they're quite on the pricey side. Like this one, for example. They are really good to work with, however they are pretty large to take along. Yeah, and I'm a person, I like to just turn old things into new, or give them a new life and give them a new meaning. So the other day I purchased a watercolor paper pad at the supermarket, and the paper was really good quality actually, and it was a great price, so that's why I purchased it. And the paper pad came in a set with this watercolor palette, and I knew for that price the watercolors, they must be like not to use because they're just terrible, and I gave them a shot. They are terrible. However, I didn't purchase the set because of the watercolor, but because of the paper, and still it was a super great price, and the paper is great quality, so it was a bargain for me. And yeah, actually I thought about, okay, I can just toss that set away, but then I decided the cute little tin is really pretty, and I'm sure most of you have those old watercolor sets at home, like those really cheap school palettes, or palettes that you can purchase for coloring Easter eggs, just those kids palettes that you can get at the dollar store. And of course the watercolors, the quality of the watercolors in there is yeah, it's okay for for 4-year-olds to just do a little bit of painting. However, as an artist, they don't really have any use because they just simply suck. They are just so little pigmented, and you can already see they are really hard and dry, almost like, I don't know, like pastels. So yeah, anyways, and I thought, why not turning those really cheap watercolor palettes, and most of the time they're quite handy. They're like really small with really tiny compartments, so I can squeeze a lot of different colors into this tiny palette. Yeah, so I decided to just peel off or get those watercolor pressed watercolor that's in here. Just get it out. And then I can reuse this palette, and I can just go ahead and add my own watercolors from the pan. And I have a really cute little handy palette with a perfect small size of pens, so that I can take really a lot of colors with me on the go. Yeah, so I really love that idea, so I'm going to just go ahead and extract those colors here, and then I will just go ahead and fill this set up with my favorite Daniel Smith and Schminke Horadam watercolors. Yeah, then I'm just grabbing my watercolor tubes here, just picking my favorite colors that I work with most often, that I use most often. And then I'll just add them to those tiny containers. yeah, to create my own travel palette with my favorite hues. And I'm sorry for the background noise. So I kind of always have my favorite colors with me on the go in a really cute tiny palette, and you can fit 18 you can fit 18 colors in here on a pretty small scale, which I love. Yeah, now that I filled all those cute little pens in here, I will just go ahead. I did cut a sheet of watercolor paper, kind of fitting into that box here. Then I will just go ahead and swatch the colors in the palette here. Those are not completely dried through yet. Just go ahead and write which color it is. Going with SH for Schminker Hardam and DS for Daniel Smith. And then I'm just going in writing like lemon yellow. And for me, actually, it's not important, or not that important, which color it is. However, if I do a tutorial, it's really helpful to be able to call out the correct name of the colors, so that people can go ahead and purchase the same color if they want to. So, DS. Yes, so here we go with a travel palette. I'm not sure yet if I will glue this into the lid or rather just want to have it loose, because this way on the go I can use a lid as a mixing palette, and if I add this to the palette then I obviously don't have a mixing palette. So I think I will just put it in, have it loose with me as I go. Yeah, and there's room for one brush in here. Could add a brush to take along like this. And I will just add a little bit of glue down here, right to the bottom of this palette, so that it's not falling out, so that it's nice and secure in place. And then I have a nice cute little travel watercolor palette, which I really love, and I love the shape of it, this long shape. I love those little like compartments, little pens here, and they will actually last a long way, or go a long way. Yeah, and I think it's pretty cute for on the go. Really love it. So yeah, if you have old palettes or cheap palettes where the colors really suck, just keep in mind you can always reuse the palettes. And another thing I want to show you, yeah, and another thing, those tiny watercolor thingies that I took out of the palette. Again, they're not really good for painting with them, because they're just not like really. Let me just grab a watercolor sheet here. They are not. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I can't think and work at the same time. I'm so sorry. So let me just grab a sheet really quick. they're not highly pigmented, so they're not so good to work with. You can work with them, of course. They're watercolors. However, they're not like super pigmented. So I decided not to throw them away actually, and I thought what else I could do with them. And what I did is I grabbed the red and the pink already, and added the pink and the red to this little Spritzer bottle. This is just an old Spritzer bottle which was empty. There was glimmer mist in there. So I added the pressed pigments or pressed watercolor into this, filled it up with water, and then I just added a little bit of the Winsor & Newton iridescent medium, or medium iridescent, however it is called, which is really pretty. And now that this is resolved in the water, to be honest, I really love the outcome. I love the result. I already gave it a try on here. So yeah, you have like a nice spray paint, which is not like super juicy in color, but because of the iridescent medium that I added, it has this nice shimmery sparkle to it, and it actually looks very similar to the original Glimmer Mist colors. So yeah, I really like this very subtle color, this pastel-y color. So I definitely won't, oh my gosh, I can't talk today, throw those away, but I think I'll just group them, like the yellow ones and the two green ones and the blues, another blue one, maybe create a little bit of an orange brown with those, a black one and a brown one. Yeah, and I will just go ahead and do the same with those and create some spray paints with those glimmery spray paints. Really pretty. So for this, they're really good enough. So yeah, like in Germany we say I beat two flies with one clap. I have cute little travel palette, and I have some fun self-made glimmer glitter spray paint in the end. So win-win, double win. Okay guys, I will stop to talk. I really can't talk today. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this gave you a little bit of an idea maybe. Don't ever throw anything away. You can always pimp it and alter it and create something that you can work with, that you want to work with. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed it, and talk to you all again soon. Bye folks.